Dear faithful companions in devotion, it is truly astonishing, almost unbelievable that a recent event of astounding proportions has taken place in the very center of the sacred precinct, located in the heart of the Al-Aqsa Mosque complex in the historic and holy city of Jerusalem. A discovery that is shaking the foundations of our world. Wise and fervent individuals, in an unprecedented collaboration, have unearthed beneath the revered sanctuary something that defies our understanding, an enigmatic creature shrouded in secrets, which has lain dormant, hidden beneath this sacred place for centuries. We wonder, with a murmur of reverent awe, what singular and mysterious entity could this be? Could it be a celestial message? A harbinger sent from above to reveal the imminent arrival of the apocalypse and the glorious return of Jesus Christ to earth? The Supreme Pontiff, that leader revered for his humble nature and his known embrace of science, would surely have seen in this discovery a unique opportunity to delve into the dialogue between faith and reason. We can imagine him absorbed in deep meditation, reflecting on how such divine and enigmatic findings have the power to strengthen our faith and foster an indissoluble union among religions in a world eager for understanding and spiritual peace. Our chronicle unfolds in a setting of transcendental significance, the imposing and venerable Al-Aqsa Mosque, nestled in the vibrant heart of the ancient city of Jerusalem. This site is not merely a building but a living symbol, a sacred crucible where Muslims, Jews, and Christians have woven an opulent tapestry of belief and devotion. The Al-Aqsa Mosque rises majestically, a silent testament to the possibility of harmonious coexistence among these three great religions. The Dome of the Rock, with its serene and resplendent presence, houses within its walls a history that has shaken even the most fervent believers, prompting them to question the very essence of their faith, in this divine and history-laden setting. We hear echoing in our thoughts the eternal words of St. John Paul II, who with great wisdom emphasized the fundamental importance of Jerusalem in the chronicle of human redemption and the urgent need to preserve its sanctity and eternal peace. Recently, within this sanctuary, an enigma has been revealed that has shaken the foundations of the religious world, plunging us all into a frantic search for solutions. Beneath the sacred and revered depths of the Al-Aqsa precinct, a primordial being shrouded in an aura of mystery and antiquity has been unearthed, a secret inhabitant who has dwelled in these sacred depths for centuries. We now find ourselves immersed in a whirlwind of questions. Why has this enigmatic being chosen precisely this moment in history to manifest itself? Could this perhaps be a divine sign, a celestial warning heralding the proximity of the end of days? We can envision Pope Benedict XVI, an ecclesiastical leader of profound theological knowledge, immersed in deep meditations on this revelation. With his renowned inclination towards introspection and wisdom, he would have reflected on this discovery not only in its historical dimension but also in its relationship to eschatology and prophecy. This pontiff, recognized for his ability to weave together faith and reason, would undoubtedly have explored how such enigmatic and transcendent events could be interpreted as essential elements of the great divine plan, a plan that intertwines humanity's destiny towards a conclusion that can only be understood through the lens of faith and a deeper understanding of sacred scriptures. In this moment of mystique and astonishment, we stand at a threshold, a turning point in our understanding of the sacred and the unknowable. The manifestation of this crucial entity beneath the Al-Aqsa Mosque does not constitute an isolated event but rather a link in the chain of our continuous search for meaning in a world where the divine and the earthly intertwine in often inscrutable ways. We are compelled to look beyond the obvious, to seek answers not only in scriptures and the teachings of spiritual guides but also in the deepest recesses of our souls, where the eternal truths of our shared existence in this enigmatic and celestial cosmos reside, as believers gathered for their divine prayers. A sudden and unforeseen threat emerged, instilling panic among the faithful. Snakes, slithering from the hidden depths beneath them, plunged the scene into chaos. Fear seized the hearts of the worshippers, while the unsettling presence of these creatures sent shivers down their spines. What could this ominous omen signify? At this moment, we might envision a supreme pontiff such as Pope Francis or John Paul II reflecting on the symbolism of the snakes, possibly relating them to Medjugorje and its messages of conversion and prayer. To grasp the significance of the snake's appearance, one must embark on a journey through the records of sacred texts. Both the Holy Scripture and the Quran contain profound allusions to snakes, endowing them with a symbolism that transcends the limits of time and space. These creatures have risen as emblems of death, destruction, and evil, projecting an eerie and omnipresent essence that resonates with our most primal fears. Throughout the ages, the Supreme Pontiffs have interpreted these symbols as both a warning and a call to conversion. However, in a twist that challenges conventional wisdom, the symbolism of the snake undergoes a profound metamorphosis within the teachings of Jesus and the prophecies of his return. Here, the snake transforms into a metaphor for healing, redemption, and the promise of renewal. It stands as a powerful symbol reflecting themes of spiritual resurgence and revitalization in the Christian faith. This proclamation of change and hope would have been emphasized by pontiffs like Francis, who has consistently invoked mercy and reconciliation. This metamorphosis may seem perplexing, but it underscores the concept of shared responsibility in the battle against evil forces. Amidst this mysterious discovery, a warning resonates through the ages: the imminent appearance of the Antichrist. Expressions like these would have echoed in the teachings of pontiffs like Pius XII, who during periods of great turmoil spoke about the struggle between good and evil. It is said that this opponent, the diametrical opposite of Christ, has already made his presence felt, especially in the realms of earthly governance. As unsettling prophecies converge, we must reflect on the enigmatic figure of Rabbi Shlomo Yudah, known to some as Elijah or the Messiah. His mysterious appearance and the misinformation surrounding it raise questions about his role in the ongoing drama of the Antichrist. In this scenario of spiritual interpretations and revelations, we find ourselves at a transcendental threshold. A turning point in our understanding of the divine and the unknown. These reflections would have piqued the interest of a supreme pontiff like Benedict XV, known for his profound discernment of scriptures and tradition. As prophesied in both the Bible and various sources, the Antichrist presents himself as a formidable adversary, described as a seducer who utters grandiloquent words and seeks to change eras and norms. This entity poses a challenge that has captivated scholars throughout the centuries. Supreme pontiffs like Leo XIII, recognized for their interest in prophecies and spirituality, would have warned about the risks of being deceived by such individuals. Although the identity of the Antichrist remains hidden beneath a veil of mystery, prophecies paint a vivid picture of an era of apostasy, deceit, and wonders. The eschatological view unfolds a detailed panorama of the nature of the adversary and the events that will unfold in his wake. Although the scroll of Daniel suggests a harasser intertwined in the plot of the Hellenistic ruler Antiochus for Epiphanes, later Christian scriptures present a more intricate narrative of a forthcoming antagonist. Such a focus on the figure of the adversary has been a subject of contemplation for supreme pontiffs like Gregory I, renowned for his devotion to spirituality and ethics. The differentiation between the Antichrist and adversaries adds layers of interpretation to the imminent struggle between good and evil. The anticipation of the reign of the adversary has fueled the imagination of sages and theologians throughout the ages. The medieval vision, fostered by personalities like Joachim Fiore, introduced the conception of successive persecutions culminating in the ultimate challenge between forces of light and shadows. Supreme pontiffs like Innocent III, who lived during times of great change and challenges, would have meditated on this final confrontation. This vision, rooted in the anticipation of a definitive antagonist, casts shadows over the pages of history, awaiting its dramatic conclusion. In more recent times, historical figures like Benito Mussolini have been compared to the Antichrist for their attempts to resurrect ancient kingdoms, a supreme pontiff like Pius XI, witnessing the rise of fascism, would have discerned the risks posed by such figures and their efforts to manipulate faith for their selfish purposes. The notion of the Antichrist has evolved from the conception of a solitary individual to a collective embodiment of evil. As we navigate the complexities of our contemporary world, it is imperative to reflect on how these ancient prophecies resonate in our current environment. Supreme pontiffs like John XXA, celebrated for his openness to the contemporary world and ecumenical exchange, would have underscored the significance of understanding these prophecies in the present context. Within these apocalyptic visions, we find an unexpected interrelation with our present, the issue of climate change, scientific exploration, and divine teachings intertwine in examining the impact of humanity on the surrounding nature. The Holy Scripture, in passages like Genesis 2 verse 15, underscores humanity's responsibility to conserve and protect the earth, promoting harmony between mortals and their environment. This notion of globe care would have been a concern for contemporary religious leaders like Pope Francis, who has dedicated an encyclical to the safeguarding of the natural environment. The foretold battle between the followers of Islam and the hosts of the adversary contains components of divine intervention, justice, and the ultimate triumph of truth over deception. It is vital to highlight that interpretations of these apocalyptic prophecies may diverge among different scholars and Islamic currents. Supreme pontiffs like Paul VI, who witnessed the emergence of interreligious dialogue, would have glimpsed in such events an opportunity for cooperation and mutual understanding among diverse beliefs. The eschatological iconography takes shape in the book of Revelation, where Jesus is depicted as a triumphant conqueror with striking and symbolic images. The second coming of Jesus, filled with theological significance, marks the climax of God's redemptive work. Jesus is described as a just judge who ends the ancient conflict between virtue and sin. This conception of Jesus as a liberator and judge would have been highlighted by pontiffs like Clement I, known for his emphasis on divine supremacy and judgment. Different branches of Christianity may interpret these eschatological elements divergently. However, the preparation for the coming of Jesus stands as a powerful motivator for followers to persevere in their faith and trust in the redemptive work attributed to Jesus upon his return. Supreme pontiffs like Leo the Great, with their focus on the solidity and orthodoxy of belief, would have encouraged the faithful to remain steadfast in their faith in the face of the arrival of these last days, and thus, we stand at the crossroads of ancient prophecies and contemporary enigmas, where the veil of mystery is lifted, revealing glimpses of the enigmatic depths of belief. Symbolism and celestial confrontations prompt us to meditate on the fundamental essence of the gospel: love, mercy, and salvation. If you want to see more faith stories like this, type "I want it" down below in the comments. See you soon.